What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
And together we are last week's album, The Only Reviews with two different views. And in this episode, we're exploring the question, will JEFF The Brotherhood's Fuzz rock get you in the zone? Cheers, Derek, and everyone at home.
Cheers, Kevin, everyone at home.
So JEFF The Brotherhood, they're actually brothers. Neither is named Jeff. They are based in Nashville. Chronologically, this is their 10th album, although it is the spiritual sequel to 2009's Heavy Days and 2011's We Are the Champions, and it is the third and final installment in that trilogy. Let's talk about what it sounds like. Derek, what do you think?
Kevin, on Zone, I think JEFF The Brotherhood sounds like Weezer and The Growlers skip last period to tap the bass drum of death.
Nice. I kind of agree with you. I think it sounds like Black Sabbath and Weezer getting stoned in the garage.
Yeah, I think that definitely sounds like this album. Which
would be an awesome party. Let's talk about some highlights now. Derek, what did you like best?
I think this album shows they are at the top of their game. There was a variety of speeds, fast and slow, and sound levels, loud and soft, though mostly loud. In one interview I read, they were talking about how this was one of the first times they really didn't have a lot of label pressure, and so they're really kind of able to record an album that they had fun doing. And given all that, it didn't sound too self-indulgent or meandering really to me. So I think it was, all in all, really kind of a solid album through and through.
Yeah, I agree. I've labeled it as incredibly eccentric, from the strange lyrics to the sort of wide spectrum of sounds and genres, to your point, Derek. I think this album is weird in some really good ways.
Another thing I really enjoyed was the one-word track titles. Zone, Energy, Punishment, Juice, Roachin', Idiot. That's just like the first six. You don't find that very often, and really goes back to your point of being weird but good.
Another point I would like to bring up, I think most of their contemporaries in this world of fuzz, stoner, psych, garage rock, whatever you want to call it, I don't think they work themselves as hard as these guys have to experiment and play and push the boundaries of their music in really interesting ways. So I have to give them a lot of kudos for that.
I think that also reflects itself in the unorthodox structure of some of these songs. Punishment really stood out to me. There's kind of some lyrics at the beginning, and then it went off into this sonic foray, and then came back and repeated some lyrics at the end for like 20 seconds or something. So it kind of made that song more enjoyable because I really did get wrapped up in the sonic meanderings that ensued.
Speaking of tracks, my favorites were Juice and Idiot. I really like Juice for its distorted guitars and still with plenty of pop sensibilities. And the lyrics are just so stupid. They're great. He sings ordering Chinese from Atlantis, shotgun a beer with a giant praying mantis. When was the last time you heard praying mantis in a song? And then Idiot to me sounded like Weezer meets Cheap Trick. Some really scorched guitars, powerful drums, sort of scorned lover lyrics, and this really cool slowdown towards the end that I enjoyed.
Another one that stood out to me was Ox, where they kind of entered this spacey country vibe. It opened with this machine drum beat accompanied by soft galloping percussion and strummed acoustic guitar. Later on, an electric guitar does come in and drop a country western inspired solo. But I thought that was kind of a different sound, and I really enjoyed them going there.
Those are some good highlights. What about Lowlights, Derek?
The lyrics were little lights from content perspective. For as experimental as it was sonically, it may have been also lacking lyrically there from an experimental standpoint as well.
Yeah, I actually completely agree. I thought while the dumb lyrics are fun at times, as a whole, it felt pretty juvenile. Clearly, these guys don't take themselves very seriously when it comes to lyrics, but it seems like they're very technical in terms of sound And I wonder what would happen if they put that much time and energy into the lyrics as they do into crafting these really interesting sounds. And then my second low light would be that I thought the album started off really rough. Zone and Energy were both really hard for me to get past, to get into what I thought were some of the better tracks. All right, well, that brings us to overall rating and answering the big question, will Jeff the Brotherhood's Fuzz Rock get you in the zone? Derek, what do you say?
Kevin, to answer the big question, I think maybe if you stick around for a little bit, but I definitely think Jeff the Brotherhood fall into their groove later on and then really hit some sonic peaks, the variety of sounds and rhythms that they achieve here. Definitely overcome any potential shortfalls lyrically. So that's why I'm giving this one a 3 out of 5.
Right on. We will kind of disagree on this one, Derek. Do they get you in the zone? I think no. Again, mad respect for the technical ability here and really pushing themselves all over the place, but I think it hurts the album in the end in terms of flow. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5 with Derek's 3. That makes a combined 5 out of 10. So check out Zone by Jeff the Brotherhood and let us know what you think about it. And don't forget to subscribe to us here at Last Week's Album, either on YouTube or the podcast. And as always, I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.